Welcome to the Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the quickest Formula One updates. We have 3 exciting stories for you. To remain ahead of the competition, subscribe and click the notification bell. Let's begin. Sergio Perez may have left the Formula One grid after the 2024 season, but according to recent reports, his story is far from over. Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim, who has long supported Perez throughout his F1 career, including during his time with Red Bull, recently went on record stating that Checo will indeed return to Formula One in 2026. Since Perez left Red Bull, the driver has been without a seat for the 2025 season, which has led to a lot of speculation about his future. Several rumors have connected him to several teams, including Cadillac and Alpine, but nothing has been verified as of yet. Slim claims that in addition to having offers on the table, Perez is actively considering his alternatives. He underlined that the driver alone makes the final decision, but in his opinion, Sergio Perez will return to the grid in 2026. Cadillac, which is getting ready to join Formula One as the 11th team on the grid, is one of Perez's most likely destinations. Cadillac has stated that they want to get off to a great start by matching their debut driver with an experienced, well-established driver who can provide the project with instant credibility and experience. Perez is a fantastic fit for that profile. If Slim's claims are true, and given his prior relationship with Perez, there's good reason to think they are. Then it will only be a matter of time until an official announcement is made. In addition to his more than 10 years of Formula One experience, he has demonstrated racecraft podiums and victories to his name, including a stint as Max Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull. The comeback in 2026 is already assured. From a sports standpoint, Perez's return to Formula One in 2026 might be a calculated decision, but it is unclear which team will complete the contract and whether Cadillac will be able to sign Perez as their core driver for their initial season. For new teams like Cadillac, the 2026 season will also mark the beginning of a new era of power unit regulations that aim to make the sport more sustainable and electrified. These regulations offer a more level playing field, and combining technical innovation with the stability of an experienced driver may be the recipe they need to be competitive right away. Some people are also curious about Perez's motivation after spending a year off the grid. But if history is any guide, Perez has always been a driver who performs well under duress and swiftly adjusts to new situations. A 2026 return may be a new chapter in his career, giving him the opportunity to mentor a rookie teammate, manage a new initiative, or even compete in midfield games with a different perspective. Slim's affirmation does bring up some fresh issues. Does Perez's return imply that Cadillac has its driver lineup firmly set? Will the company choose to hire another seasoned racer to increase consistency, or partner him with a young American driver to cater to the North American fan base? Fans' comments on social media have been divided. One thing is certain: Perez still commands attention, and any team that signs him will be getting not only a capable driver but also a global fan base and a strong commercial asset. What have you been thinking about Aston Martin's recent performances? Some are excited about the prospect of seeing Perez return to the grid, especially as part of a new and ambitious project. Others are doubtful, wondering if he still has what it takes to perform at the highest level after a year away from racing. After a series of underwhelming races, the team finally seems to have found its footing again following some much-needed upgrades. Their car is showing noticeable improvement, and with that, Fernando Alonso has been back more consistently inside the top 10. The veteran Spaniard has regained some of the confidence that defined his early season form, and it's showing, not just in his driving but in his attitude off the track as well. A particularly fun moment took place during the Canadian Grand Prix weekend, where Alonso made a light-hearted bet with a journalist interviewing him. The terms: if Alonso finished on the podium, the journalist would have to grow a mustache just like the one Alonso sports these days. In the end, Alonso crossed the line in 7th place, though the journalist got off the hook for now, but the story didn't end there. After the race, the two renewed the bet, with Alonso confidently doubling down on his odds. The journalist, clearly skeptical, joked that they could keep the bet going until Alonso retires. Alonso, however, had something else in mind. He proposed a clear deadline. The wager now goes through the Dutch Grand Prix, and Alonso says that the British Grand Prix at Silverstone is the race where he really thinks he can finish on the podium again. Although Alonso acknowledged that Aston Martin now has a car that can finish on the podium, he expressed optimism that the team's present development trajectory will enable them to re-enter the race in the upcoming races. Given how fiercely Red Bull, McLaren and Mercedes have been competing, some would argue that my forecast is too audacious, but Alonso has never shied away from a challenge. It's not impossible that Alonso could sneak back into a podium contention in the upcoming races, especially at Silverstone and Zandvoort, if their upgrades continue to produce results. Whether that happens or not, the playful bet has brought some personality and humor to the paddock. A refreshing reminder that despite all the pressure, Formula One still has room for fun. Now, tell us what you think. Will Alonso fulfill his bet and return to the podium in the next 5 races? Or is this just another instance of overconfidence from the 2-time world champion? If Fernando succeeds, we may see one of the most elegant podium celebrations in recent memory. Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and keep an eye on things. Tensions are subtly increasing behind the scenes at Ferrari as the Italian media has been speculating about team principal Frédéric Vasseurs' future in recent weeks. According to multiple reports, Vasseurs may be under increasing pressure from within the company and could be replaced if things don't improve soon. Additionally, there have been rumors that Charles Leclerc is growing more and more dissatisfied with the internal dynamics of the team and may already be considering leaving for other teams on the grid for the 2025 season. All of these rumors have implicated Ferrari president John Elkann as the source of the mounting pressure. The storyline posits that Elkann is dissatisfied with the team's current direction and may be looking to make significant changes, either by replacing top leadership or perhaps losing one of their top drivers if morale continues to deteriorate. However, Ferrari went on the offensive to dispel these rumors, with several team members, including Vasseur, issuing firm denials that there is no truth to reports about a potential leadership change or Leclerc's impending departure. Vasseur went so far as to criticize the Italian media for what he called irresponsible reporting, stating that none of the claims circulating in the press have any basis in reality and that the stories are only causing needless chaos within the team. In response to Ferrari's rebuttal, the Italian Association of Automotive Sports Journalists UIGA issued a formal statement addressing the team's accusations. The statement defended journalists' role in covering the sport, emphasizing that the job is to inform the public of what is happening accurately, responsibly, and independently, rather than to support a particular team. It acknowledged that while some news can affect people and operations within a Formula One team, this does not justify censoring the truth or disparaging professional journalism. In their closing remarks, the association emphasized that all published stories about internal unrest at Ferrari were sourced from team members, indicating that their reporting is based on reliable information rather than conjecture. As one of the most recognizable and closely watched teams in the sport, Ferrari is no stranger to media pressure. The journalists also emphasized the current struggle in the media landscape, the tension between maintaining accuracy and the need for speed in a world increasingly driven by clickbait and sensationalism. They argued that, despite Ferrari's discomfort with the reports, no ethical lines were crossed in the coverage. The back and forth between Ferrari and the Italian press highlights a broader issue in Formula One: how teams manage public perception, and how that perception is shaped by both results on the track and stories off it. Any underperformance is frequently followed by a wave of conjecture regarding leadership strategy and driver dynamics. Since Ferrari has a history of abrupt management changes, especially during times of poor performance, both fans and analysts have become used to the idea that a run of poor results could result in This is especially true now that the team is still vying for its first Constructors' Championship since 2008, so even if the team denies the rumors, they seem plausible. As the season progresses, all eyes will be on the next few races. Strong outcomes might calm the media frenzy and strengthen Vasseur's standing within the company, but any additional difficulties could rekindle rumors and further strain Ferrari's internal dynamics.